thought I'd show you guys. I hacked a couple palettes and I got a couple of new things. So I thought we would go ahead and show you that real quick. The first thing I did was I went to United Art and Education and I found this cute little red tin palette. It's actually meant for like little kids. Like it's like almost probably not as good as Crayola grade. Watercolor little bricks were in here, and it came with a little paintbrush and everything. But what I've done was take those little cakes out of there because I don't want to use them, and they're cheap. And like this was very cheap. This was like maybe $6 or something for the whole kit. I took the little pan watercolors, the little chalky pans out of there. And what I did was I put gouache in it. So I would have a travel gouache kit. So that's what that looks like. And I just bought the Royal and Lagnickel gouache because they're huge. Like there's a lot of gouache in here, if you can see. And I'm not super picky about my gouache. And I don't use a ton of it, but I did think it would be cool to have it with me for when I do want something that's more opaque. For details and highlights and things like that. So this is the Royal and Langnickel gouache in, I've completely forgot the name of the company that makes this little tin, but it's like the perfect size. So I just took the little watercolor pans out of this casing, they just came right out, and squeezed the gouache into here so where it'll dry and be ready to go for a travel kit. And it's pretty much all your basic colors. So there were 12 pans, there are 12 colors of gouache, and just your standard colors. So that was one little hack I did, and I just kept the brush from the little kit for use with the gouache. Like, why not? Like, it's a cute little like Taklon or something brush. So there's that. So I'm letting those dry out because I've got a couple trips coming up. I'm going to a nail show, a convention in Gatlinburg, coming up in July, and from there we're going to head to North Myrtle Beach to see a friend of mine for a couple days, and then we'll be back. And then in August I'm going to Costa Rica for a week, and clearly I definitely want to bring art supplies there with me, and I'm just going there alone. So yeah, the other thing I've done, well, I'll show you. I got some new watercolor tubes, some colors I definitely have been wanting to try, and one is one combo is one that I got from a YouTuber named Irit Landgraf, I believe is her name. I really love her channel. I love her work. Like, she has really interesting color combinations and things that I like, and of course botanicals and stuff like that that I'm totally into. So the ideas I got from her were these two right here. I don't even know if I got the same brand as her. I got what was locally available, which was Windsor and Newton, Naples Yellow, and Cobalt Violet. So these two together, what I saw her do when she mixed these two together blew my mind, and I like really loved that combo. So I threw that in my Paul Rubens palette. So these two right here, you can see like how, oh, I just stuck my finger in there. Literally, I just put these in the pans. But anyway, these two right here in the middle, I just have those in a couple of Arteza half pans. So these have just been squeezed in here, so they need to dry. But these two colors together do some really magical stuff. So I'm really looking forward to working with those in sketching and stuff this summer. Another one I picked up just because I know it looks like I have a lot of green. I don't have nearly enough green. One of them I picked up is this is Cotman watercolors from Windsor and Newton, so it's more like the student grade, but I don't care. It's called Emerald, so Windsor Emerald, and that is right here. And I haven't even swatched it yet, so like I'm so excited to see what that's going to look like. We're going to swatch those in a second. The other ones I picked up, these are not all on the same trip, but very recently picked up. This is Permanent Carmine. It's also Windsor. These are all Windsor and Newton. That is right here. This one I got today, Turquoise. This is also a Cotman. That's right here. And Violet Caput Mortem. That is right here. So we'll see how that looks too. Like, I don't even know. I wanted to use this in place of a sepia. To be a little less brown and a little more on the purpley side of brown, but we'll see how that comes out. And the last thing, we're gonna swatch all of those, but first, the last thing I did, I found this Amy Tangerine travel palette, and I've got it wrapped in a wrap from a bento box that I already had. No, this is not a bento box wrap. I was using it as a bento box wrap. This is actually a journal wrap, but I've got that holding this closed because you see it doesn't close completely all the way, but pretty close. But this little kit is so cute. I found it at Michael's, and it's just a travel watercolor kit. But here's the box, actually. This is the box. So this is what it originally looked like. It came with these like little watercolors in here. I kept 2 of them, this white and this pink. I haven't even swatched those yet, but I kept 2 of those in here. The rest, it doesn't have fantastic reviews as far as the paint quality. I really wanted it for the kit itself. So I did keep these 2 in here. But the other ones I've put in here, you see these like all cracked up ones here. These are all the like neons and brights from my Sakura Koi set. And it's going to be nicer to have it in this little thing because of the ones I use the most out of that set. I really don't use the pearl colors out of it very much. I don't really pull it out that much at all, but I thought this would help me use those brights more often if I had it in this palette here. So I just shoved those into some of these Arteza half pans and like shoved them in here. And that makes it so it doesn't necessarily close up tight the way it used to, but I mean, it's pretty close. But so I just wrap it with that wrap. It also comes with this little palette here. It comes with a little tiny water brush, which I think is so cute. Let's see what else. It comes with a sponge, which I probably won't use, but it's there. Really, Pam? Like, you can't figure out how that goes in there? I can't put it back in. There we go. Wow. That's like a primary thing I couldn't figure out. This is a little, like, water flask that you can fill up and keep in there. Is that adorable? I think it's adorable. Okay, there's that. And it says hello sweetness. Like, that's adorable. Really, that's the whole reason I got the kit. It's adorable, but I did want like a small thing to take my brights with me. That comes with a fine liner. This is supposed to be waterproof. We'll see about that. And a little pencil. I want to actually use that real quick just to check on that waterproofness. We'll do like a line here. Like that. That's like really fine. So that, I mean, you kind of could have just taken this with the original paints in it, like anywhere, and just done like field sketching really quick. Oh, does that like sit in there? Like that? Oh, I see. Like the brush like sits up like that, or like in there maybe too. What do I know? There's like a lot of little compartments and whatnot in here. Super cute. I'm not gonna test out the water brush today because a water brush to me is a water brush. I like don't really like them that much, but in a pinch it's nice to have them. Okay, so we've got that fine liner on there to see if it is waterproof, and I'm sure there's a ton of people that have reviewed this little Amy Tangerine kit because that's how I found out that the paints weren't like the greatest quality in the world. But I did keep them. I did keep the pans from it, but I haven't swatched them or anything. We'll test the quality on these two, that white and pink that's in there. Those are the Amy Tangerine ones. The rest are Sakura Koi. So I'm going to spray some water on those. Let them sit for a minute. And I'm going to go ahead and swatch the new tube colors from Windsor & Newton. So first we'll do that Caput Mortem color. I don't really need to do it on that line, but oh, that's pretty. That's exactly like the color I was hoping for. So you see, it's like a brown sepia color, but it has more of a violet tone to it. It's exactly like a dark potter's pink or something. I like that. The permanent Carmine is like very bright red, like a bright melon red, I would say, like like bright watermelon red, and very, very, very pretty. I could see some really cool mixes coming from that. We're gonna do that emerald color that's like super goopy in there. Hopefully that'll dry down. Oh, wow. That's beautiful. Those two next to each other. Hi, that's pretty. I like that a lot. I see myself using that a lot, especially this summer. This is the turquoise. So it seems the Cotman watercolors are like really goopy compared to the artist colors from Windsor & Newton, to me. See, these are like sitting down and getting a little more solid as opposed to those that are really puddly. But that color is really beautiful too. That's turquoise. Now this Naples yellow, I'm going to do it separately and then I'm going to mix them together and show you what she was doing. So it's just this really buttery, beautiful kind of nearly opaque yellow. You see that? It's like really buttery. And then the Cobalt Violet, I love this color. I'm gonna grab some more here. So you can really build this up too. That's so pretty. So it's on the very pink side of violet. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some of that Naples yellow. And I'm going to grab some of that Cobalt Violet. Like it doesn't look all that spectacular right there, but together. As it's drying, it'll settle out to that granulation that's in the Cobalt Violet will pop out of that Naples yellow in there. And I am all about that. That is so pretty. Not to mention the skin tones you could come up with those two. Okay, so that's that. Those guys I'm very, very, very excited about. Now these in the Amy Tangerine palette, you've probably already seen a million times because they're Sakura Koi. Like that's nothing new. Let's do the Amy Tangerine one. So this is, oh, well it sure did re-wet very easily. The white one. Here, I'll put it over top of that red. So, oh. All right. Okay, white. Wow. Let's see that pink, if it re-wet the same way. Oh, not so much. No, it is picking up. I might need to rethink the rest of those Amy Tangerine. Well, these do seem very, very, very opaque, like they have a lot of white pigment in them. But that it's just a very pretty, like, bubblegum pink, not bright necessarily, just bubblegum. But I'll keep both of those in that palette. Shoot, cute. And these only have numbers. They don't even have names, so I'm not going to bother. But these are the Neon Brights from Sakura Koi. So that's like a coral. This is more like fuchsia, purple, the orange. I have enjoyed the like neon hot colors from the Sakura Koi palette. I used it in Honduras, I used it in St. Croix, and I used them on Yupo paper in those instances, and I liked them very much. But I didn't like bringing the entire kit with me. It's not a huge travel box, but when you're not using half of the colors in the palette, it seems like a waste. So this seems perfect to me to just shove them in this little guy, and then also have, you know, the little water bottle and a water brush and a pen and everything. Bing, bang, boom right there, and even a little bit of a palette there. So this, I believe I'll use this more. I'll take it with me more because it is a little more compact even than the Koi Field Sketchbox. So these neons they pop. And the brights as well. This is a nice purple. See? And this is a darker purple. More of a rose purple. And the Sakura Koi aren't exactly like the highest grade paints either. But when you're looking for these very specific neon colors, like, it's a good go-to in my opinion. And this bright, bright blue. Very similar to the turquoise. Is that everything? Yep, that's all of them. So that white, that pink, and all of these are what I have in that Amy Tangerine palette. I think it's adorable. I'll definitely be taking it with me. Nice, 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 nice. So I've got that guy, and I just wrap it up like that. If I had actually shorter half pans, it would probably close properly, but it's whatever. That works for me. So for my travel watercolor set, oh, I wanted to check the ink to make sure it was waterproof. And I can definitely say, yes, that is waterproof. Very nice. So. And it seems like a lot to travel with, but it's not for me because I've had my kit be much larger than this. But this is what I would take on either one of those trips. I would take these 3 palettes and maybe the gouache. Maybe the gouache. I might only bring a white gouache with me, but I mean, it's such a cute little palette that doesn't add like a bunch of weight or anything to it. That's not too bad. So those. I'm so extra. There's 12 in here, 12 in here. What, 24, 5, 6, 7, 8, 30 in here, and 48 in here. Like, come on, Pam. I'm so extra. I'm so extra. Whatever. If I could have fit either pans of gouache in here or these in like a middle section of this is an arch, has a tin that comes empty, and those little half pans are what came in here. If they could have fit one more row in there, that would have been eliminated one or two of these, but that's okay. No big whoop. I don't mind carrying a little extra with me in my travel kit. So those would go with me, plus paper, plus brushes. Even though there's a water brush in there, I need to use like actual brushes. I don't think I would bring my pearlescent colors or my metallic colors with me. I just don't think it's necessary when you're traveling. Like, that's just too much. But I would have like my essentials with me. That's cool. I love this little guy. I think it is very, very cute. And honestly, you could just have this with the original colors in it, a little like a pocket watercolor book, and really that's all you would need. And just head out literally anywhere and get going. But I'm extra, so I have to have all of these with me. Anyway, thanks for joining me today. Those colors, these new colors are so beautiful. Did you see how that's like settling out? That's so pretty. I love it. So I went out on the hunt this morning for that Naples yellow. I already had the Cobalt Violet. I found that. I'd like to try it in a couple different brands, but you know, that's just me being extra again. I love the emerald. Well, I love all of them. That's really cool. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm going to do a little painting, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.